Hi everyone, it's Weeder here. Welcome back to my cosplay workshop. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I made my Galaxy Team Survey Corps uniform from the Pokemon Legends Arceus game. Enjoy! This video tutorial goes great with my digital tutorial book and pattern set of this exact same costume, which includes a step-by-step instruction and a set of printable patterns of all the parts too. If you enjoy learning cosplay with me, please consider grabbing one and checking it out. But first, once again, enjoy the video. First things first, I got some heavy canvas fabric which suits the feel of this character a lot in my opinion, and then using a measuring tape I just figured out all the rectangles that I needed to draw to make the panels of my kimono top. I actually really like doing this step from scratch even though it's a little bit inefficient to do it from scratch every time since they're just simple rectangles. But if that's not your cup of tea, you can just do it once and save the mock-up, or maybe even use the pattern from my tutorial set. The back panel gets figured out first, it's literally a rectangle. Then using that and some neck measurements as a reference, I draw the front panels which fold over each other, knocking things over in the process. A little bit of drawing and cutting later, I have some front panels. There it is. Yay! And then here are all the panels to my kimono top laid out, literally all just rectangles, even the sleeves. Next up is a pin and test time. Even though I'm confident about the shape and fit, I always try the thing on with just the pins before sewing, just in case I made a freak mistake. Yay, looks good. So, on to the next step, which is actually assembling the thing. Noom! Well, there's the torso, yay! So time to pin in the sleeves next. Pin, 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 pin. Noom! Yay, looking great and feeling great here, so it's time to hem everything. Noom! Ta-da! That's now looking pretty sharp and neat, eh? So now onto the collar, which are pretty much two doubled up bananas. I just cut them, doubled them, noom! Flip them over, then stitch them onto the lapel. Very important step coming up, kiss a kitty. And then on with the task, accompanied by my Twitch Crafty stream fam. Psst, we stream weekly, join us! Next up are the cuffs, which are yet another set of rectangles, except these ones are sewn into a tube, flipped over, top stitched, hemmed, and then folded in half into a donut shape like this, shoved into the sleeves, and then noom to attach. And that's the kimono top. It feels heavy and legit while being so friggin' cute! So here's how to make a cheat scarf that you never have to worry about wrapping up properly to make it sit right. First, sew two long strips together, flip it out, hate life a little bit because flipping out long things is always such a pain. Fold the ends in nicely, then join the ends together to make a donut. Ta-da, it's a donut! Wiggle your head in to check the fit, and then do another long strip and flip that out as well. Now we have a donut and a tongue. The tongue gets attached to the donut, and instantly we have a scarf that's actually more of a neck tube with a dangly bit, but it will sit exactly right every time, right away. Yay! Ah, isn't it just so cute? I think it's cute. Let's make some ninja pants. The panels look like crab claws. That's exactly what gives them that puffy shape. There are 4 crab claws in total, so I assemble each one of those first. Then I join the crab claws together in pairs, the front and the back ones, by the crotch seam. When in doubt, pinch it by the taint. Noom! Once your crab claws are happily coupled up, just slap them on top of each other and noom them together, starting with the inseam and then the side seam. Noom! Ta-da! That's all assembled. Next, let's make some slim leggies. Slap your leg onto a piece of stretch fabric and then pin it snug all around the leg. Make sure the fabric isn't gathering at weird spots, or gathering at all rather. Cut the leg free and then admire that leg. Sew the tube together. And now we have 2 fabric tubes. Try it on even though it's pretty hard to mess this up, you know, just in case. Whip out those ninja pants from before and match the leg tubes with the leg holes on the pants. Pin the thing. Here's what mine looks like on the inside. Check that it looks good when it's all flipped out. And then noom to assemble. And ta-da! That's my ninja pants with leg warmers that would never slip down. They're super comfy, mobile, and make my legs look adorable. Time to make a Barrette. Barrette? Anyway, just a couple of circles here. One of them has a donut hole cut out with slits all the way around said donut hole for hemming. Fold and pin all of those tabs down. Repeat till cry until it looks like this. Yay. Hem the thing, and then if your fabric frays a lot like mine, cut another lot of slits, fold the tabs, pin the tabs, and hem it one more time. Repeat till cry. And then congratulations, you've just made a shower cap. Assembly time. Slap the donuts onto each other. Pin them together by the outer edge. Ta-da! Noom it together. Once that's done, just flip the thing out and you've pretty much got a Barrette? Anyway, brim time. The brim is just a couple of bananas. Stack them together. Sew the banana. Flip the banana. And attach the banana. Ta-da! And that's ready to sew. Noom! And with those super simple steps, you've made a Barrette with a brim. Barrette? I still don't know how to say it. I really should look it up. Satchel time. Let's make a fanny pack. The panels consist of one long boy of a rectangle, 2 wangs, and 2 squares for some belt loops, and an even longer boy for a belt. And if you're like me and made the devastating life choice of using a fabric that frays like crazy, you'll need to double everything up. Here are all the panels cut out twice and pretty much ready to go, and I just need to noom all the doubled up pieces together and then flip them. This could have all been skipped if only I chose a fabric that didn't fray like crazy, but I really liked the texture of what I chose, and luckily I had my Twitch fam keeping me company on Crafty Stream, so a big shout out to my Twitch squad. Ta-da! That's a belt done. Let's try it on. Looks good, feels good. There was no way to mess that up. Moving on to the rest of the panels. Truly repeating till cry here. Noom, 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 noom. Flip, 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 flip. And flip, 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 flip. Until finally we have all the panels doubled up and flipped out the right way. And then it's time for more nooming. It's a line of top stitch around all the edges to add some stiffness and sharpness. Yay! Ta-da! With all the panels looking nice and sharp, it's time for assembly. We should have 2 wang boys, 1 rectangle boy, and 2 belt loop boys. Pinning time! Match the wang corner with the corner of the long boy rectangle. Pin it all the way around the wang and do that on both sides. After that, you want to check if the shape is sitting right and not twisty before subjecting your sewing machine to it. Sewing machine goes noom! Ta-da! And that's a fanny pack. Here's how it looks on the backside with the belt loops. You might be wondering why there's so much excess on the flap that I have to fold it over and pin it and sew that down. And there's a purpose to that. Surprise! It's a drink holder, because who doesn't love functional cosplays? I have to admit this was an accident from using wrong measurements, but it worked out in the most useful way, so I just kept it. Embossed leather detail time using foam and pleather. I just cut a foam base and some stencils out of 2mm thick EVA foam and assembled with contact adhesive. Ta-da! There's the details in foam. And then I slather more contact adhesive onto the foam patch, then onto some pleather fabric as well, and then slap them together, and then just press the hell out of it until the details start to show through the pleather. Ta-da! Mine kind of looked like this after the first press, but I wanted it sharper, so I used something pointy to poke the details in even further. Poke, 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 poke. Ah, now I'm satisfied. Next, I trim off the excess fabric that I didn't need and then applied some glue onto the bottom of the foam base and folded the tabs over so everything is nice and neat on the top side. Once the details are looking nice, it's painting time! I just used a nice silver acrylic paint and applied the colors by dry brushing super subtle layers of color over several layers. I keep doing this until I'm happy with a base color and then use some more paint on the paintbrush to accent the raised details of the design and repeat this step until I'm happy with the overall contrast of the patch. This is such a soothing step that it's one of my favorite things to do in cosplay. And ta-da! That is an embossed leather patch all done! Next is the Team Galaxy logo patch on the sleeve. I got a stiff vinyl and drew a stencil and cut it out. It was just a little bit fiddly, but honestly one of the easier parts of the project. After all the fiddly bits are cut out, I just used some gold fabric paint to dry brush the patches all gold. I really like dry brushing black pleather because I just think it has a really cool effect. It's pretty much lazy weathering, and I actually prefer it over buying the correct colored pleather. Slap! All done! Then, if you like torture, you could top stitch all of the edges with metallic thread. Oof. I certainly chose the path of pain, and the results were worth it, I think. Once that's done, stitch the patches to the sleeves and the suffering is over. Let's make some Barrette shoes! Step on some foam and trace a generous outline and cut the thing out. Remember to do everything twice if you have 2 feet. Here are the foam panels involved, a weird octopus, a foot outline, and a triangle. Using some contact adhesive, join all the octopus legs together so that the weird octopus becomes a shoe cap. Ta-da! That is the foam base of the shoes done. Next, hem a batch of fabric strips and have them on the side. Apply some contact adhesive or fabric glue, whichever one you like, to both the foam shoe and the fabric strips, and stretch the strips over the foam cap until the foam surface is all covered. They really look like Barrette, don't they? Do the same thing to the triangles as well. Then just cover the foot piece with a single piece of fabric. Cut a generous outline, snip slits all the way around, and glue all the tabs down. Ta-da! So that's all the parts ready for assembly, but before we do that, we have to decorate the Barrette with some knots. Take a long strip from the batch, fold it in half and tie a basic knot, and then do that 3 times, and then tie a double knot off at the end, and snip off the excess. Super simple. After that, you can just stretch that knotty doodle over the top of the shoe cap and secure it with some glue and some hand stitches. Tack everything together with glue and then stitch it down while watching a movie or something, and then finish it off with an ankle strap, and there we have it! A cute Barrette-looking Japanese sandal! Yes! Here are all the finished parts of the cosplay laid out. Look how cute I am! I feel adorable! And with this cosplay, I'm ready to run everywhere, evasive roll everywhere, and potentially get hyper beamed in the face. Yay! Ta-da! There we have it. That was how I made my Team Galaxy Survey Corps uniform from the Pokemon Legends Arceus game. I love this costume so much. It's so cute and cozy and comfy. I even wear it all the time at home now. I hope you enjoyed the video and found some handy tips for yourself for your own cosplays in the future. If you did, please consider leaving a like and a subscribe, and maybe even supporting the channel by grabbing the tutorial book and pattern set, or become a crafty squad member on Patreon. I will see you in another video very soon, but in the meantime, I've been Widu. Stay crafty. A big thank you to my crafty squad on Patreon for supporting my videos, with a special thanks to Make Them Awesome, Chad Omiya, Just Believe Cosplay and Props, Senuri, Animessa, Natalie Bavard-Frechette, Sylvia A, and Zalexia Talon. I will see you next time in another video, but in the meantime, once again, stay crafty.